This is Steve Sterling with Sentinel 17 Gaming. Thanks for joining me for this video. I greatly appreciate it. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please take this opportunity to do so. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, and if you have something to say, leave it in the comment section below. Now, today's video is about Grand Theft Auto 6. As we all know by now, it is a dumpster fire, but let's try to figure out why it's a dumpster fire and if it could have been avoided. Now, going back a couple years, the Rockstar founder, one of the Rockstar founders, Dan Houser, said he didn't want to set Grand Theft Auto 6 in a modern setting because just of how everyone was so polarized politically. It would make making fun of one group or the other extremely difficult, and because of that, I think it made sense that he was going to set the game in the past. Now, shortly after that, it was announced that Dan Houser was departing Rockstar Games, and of course, this is a red flag for many of us that have followed the studio for years, because since its inception, him and his brother have been running the company. Also a red flag was that Laszlo Jones, longtime Grand Theft Auto guy, there with the Houser brothers, departed Rockstar Games, although he did come out on social media and say it was because of his sister's cancer, so that makes sense, but you also have to wonder if he planned on coming back. Now, Dan Houser, once he left Rockstar, actually started a new video game studio, which is called Absurd Ventures in Games. Now, why would he do that unless he was forced out of Rockstar Games by either his brother or someone else who had power? Now it's coming out that Grand Theft Auto 6 has a lot of problems. And that's extremely bad news because Rockstar Games has a reputation for always delivering quality content. Now, for this insider to come out and say, hey, it's been rebooted at least a couple times, it's chaotic. The timeline when it's supposed to happen is, it's been up in the air and it's been on the drawing board. It's trouble and it's concerning, especially for longtime Rockstar fans because, like I said, they've always performed and they've always been, in a lot of people's eyes, one of the top 3 game development studios in the world. So to hear that Grand Theft Auto 6 was originally planned to be revealed in spring of 2020, and it's nowhere to be seen. And then they're like, here, have some more Grand Theft Auto 5 to tide you over. I think, like they say, when there's smoke, there's fire. I'd say smoke is billowing out of Rockstar Games right now, and I don't think that's because of the remaining Houser brother. I actually think it's because of Strauss Zelnick. Now, of course, I can't be sure about that, but I suspect that because he seems like Grand Theft Auto Online is his primary focus with the franchise, but when their reveal for Grand Theft Auto 6 fell through in 2019, of course, is when all the problems started. They said, we got to come up with something new. Now, 2019, GTA Trilogy's been in development since then. When did Dan Houser leave? 2019. Of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 started having problems. It rebooted in 2019. So back then, they already knew that there were going to be issues with it. Dan Houser saw the writing on the wall. He knew that, hey, there's nothing more I can do. I'm going to be fought every step of the way on this. And he left and formed his own game studio. Now, yeah, his brother remained behind, Sam Houser, but you have to wonder if he isn't staying behind just so the Houser brothers don't completely lose their studio to the tyrant Strauss Zelnick. And of course, Strauss Zelnick, he's all about the money, which is why the single-player DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5 was canceled, and they focused instead on the online component. You don't believe me? Look it up. It's actually out there. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. I greatly appreciate it. Also, check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Sentinel17.